Your whole life changes when you become more confident. You stop hesitating on opportunities, you speak differently in rooms, you make decisions faster, you stop second guessing yourself every time something feels uncomfortable. And that affects everything: your body, your career, your relationships, the way people respond to you. But most men think confidence is something you are either born with or something you somehow need to feel before you take action. That's completely backwards. There is a very simple reason you don't feel as confident as you want to. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to fix it. Now, let me ask you something. If another man looked you in the eyes every week and said, "I got you," and disappeared the moment things became inconvenient, would you trust him? Of course not. You might like the guy, you might even understand his excuses, but you would never build anything important around his words. Now, here is the uncomfortable question: why do you expect your own mind to trust you when you keep doing the same thing to yourself? You say you're gonna start Monday, you're gonna train 4 times this week, you're gonna stop eating shit, you're gonna post the video, make the call, have the conversation, finish what you started, then work gets busy, you sleep badly, somebody invites you out, you don't feel motivated, and suddenly the decision changes. Then you look at yourself and think, why am I not confident? Because your confidence is giving you an honest reading of your track record. You don't lack confidence, you lack evidence that your own words can be trusted. And that's exactly what we're gonna fix in this video. Because confidence, it's not something you fake, it's something you build. And once you understand how, you can start changing it today. Think about all the promises you break when nobody's watching. Nobody had to catch you hitting snooze and skipping the workout. You knew. Nobody had to see the meal that you didn't track. You knew it. Nobody had to know that you delayed the thing again. You knew. The thing is your mind. Keep the score. Every time you do what you said, that is 1 point in the right direction. Every time you abandon the decision as soon as it becomes uncomfortable, that is another piece of evidence in the opposite direction. So when a guy tells me, I just need to find my confidence, I don't think confidence is hiding somewhere waiting to be discovered. I think he needs to build a better record. And that's good news, because a track record is not your personality. It's not something you were born with. It is a result of what you have repeatedly done, which means you can change it by repeatedly doing something different. Now understand this. Real self-respect means telling yourself the truth. I have been breaking my words, I don't like what that's creating, and now I'm gonna rebuild that record. That is much stronger than standing in front of the mirror, repeating words your own behavior keeps contradicting. Words can point you toward the standard. Your behavior proves whether the standard is real. And this is where most people get the order completely wrong. They say, I'll do it when I feel more confident. No, if you've never done the thing, where the fuck would that confidence come from? For example, if you're filming your first video, you're not gonna feel like somebody who has filmed thousands of videos. If you're walking into the gym for the first time, you're not gonna feel like somebody who has trained there for 10 or 20 years. If you're making your first serious move in business, speaking in public, or having a difficult conversation, you don't have the evidence yet. And that's normal. Before confidence, you need courage. It's taking the useful action while you are still uncomfortable. You take the first step. Now you have the evidence. You take another app, you have more evidence, then another, and eventually the thing that used to scare you starts feeling normal because you have shown yourself enough times that you can handle it. The order is action first, evidence second, and confidence just follows. This is why fitness is one of the best places to start. Fitness gives you a scoreboard. You can't bullshit forever. You say you're gonna train, then you train. Evidence. You say you're gonna hit your protein and stay within your calories, then you do it. Evidence. You say you're gonna get your steps in and it's fucking raining. You don't feel like going outside, but you still go. You ain't here made of sugar. You're not gonna melt out there. Evidence. You make a mistake at lunch and instead of turning it into 3 days of eating bullshit, the next meal is normal. Evidence. And now 2 things start happening. Your body changes, but the man underneath the body changes as well. Your physique becomes visible proof of decisions nobody else saw. That's why a real transformation feels completely different from somebody randomly telling you, bro, you look good. What it took. You remember the workouts, you remember the meals, you remember the walks, the moments where you could have negotiated and you didn't. You don't need to perform confidence after that. You carry the proof with you. I learned the same thing with the camera. I wasn't born standing in front of a camera speaking perfectly. I filmed, I watched myself back. Sometimes I sounded weak, sometimes robotic. Some videos were good, some were shit. Then I did another one. Repetition, feedback, another rep. And every finished video gave me more evidence that I could stand there, explain what I believe, and get better at communicating it. I treated it the same way I treated training. You don't become confident by thinking about the rep. You become confident taking enough of them. And by the way, if fitness is the first area where you want to rebuild that evidence, work with small number of guys one-on-one. This isn't some random workout PDF I send you and then disappear. We build a plan around your body, your schedule, and your actual life. I can see whether you're executing it. Then we make adjustments, and I hold you accountable to the things you said you wanted. Because knowing what to do and doing it long enough to get the result are two different things. So if you want that level of support, click the coaching application below this video, fill in the info, and if it looks like we're a good fit and it makes sense to work together, we're gonna speak. And here is something I want you to understand. You are always practicing something. Every time you delay because you don't feel ready, you are practicing delaying. Every time you quit when the plan becomes inconvenient, you're practicing quitting. Every time you say, I'll start again Monday, you're practicing restarting instead of continuing. But the opposite is also true. Every time you start, even though you are tired, you are practicing starting. Every time you stop eating when you hit your targets, you are practicing control. And every time you return immediately after a mistake, you're practicing recovery. Every time you do the uncomfortable thing instead of avoiding it, you are practicing courage. Whatever response you repeat becomes easier to repeat again. And this is why I don't like saying, I'm trying to get in shape. Trying keeps the back door open. I train Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's different. I hit my protein every single day. That's different. I don't miss 2 planned workouts in a row. That's different. The sentence is not magic. The behavior behind it is what makes it true. Now, you're still gonna make mistakes. You'll miss something eventually. You will eat too much one day. A workout will get fucked up. Life happens. But one mistake is not what destroys your confidence. What you do next is what matters. Imagine you drop your phone and put one small scratch on the screen. Annoying, yes. But would you throw the phone back on the ground and stamp on it until the whole thing is destroyed because it's no longer perfect? Of course not. But that's exactly what guys do with their diet. One bad meal puts a scratch on the day. Then they say, fuck it, I've ruined it now, and spend the entire weekend smashing the plan into pieces. One bad meal didn't do that. The reaction did. One missed workout didn't make you inconsistent. Disappearing for 2 weeks because you missed Wednesday does. So stop turning one mistake into new identity. Repair it fast. Next meal is normal. Back on track. Next workout, protected, non-negotiable. Next decision, keep your words. That recovery becomes evidence too. Now let me give you a simple system to use. 3 standards, 1 repair rule, 1 courage rep. First, choose 3 standards that actually matter. Not 10 heroic promises you abandoned by lunch. Only 3. You can choose 1 for your body, 1 for your work, and 1 for your personal life. For your body, maybe you train 3 times per week. You hit your protein goal. You get your daily steps. Use the standard that matches your actual plan. What you want to achieve. For work, it could be the revenue producing action you kept avoiding. For your personal life, it could be the conversation you said you was going to have. Make every standard clear enough that at the end of the day you can answer yes or no. Did I do what I said I'm gonna do today? Not did I feel motivated, not did everything go perfectly, did I do it? Second, decide your repair rule before anything goes wrong. If you miss the standard, what is the next correct action? No punishment, no drama, no waiting for Monday. You repair the next decision. Third, take 1 courage rep every week. Post the video, make the call, walk into a room, ask the question, ask that girl out, have the conversation. Choose 1 useful action the old version of you would avoid because it feels uncomfortable. Then do it while it's still uncomfortable. Now you're building evidence in 2 directions. The daily standards prove that you can trust yourself with the boring things. The courage rep proves that you can trust yourself when something scares you. Do that long enough, and you won't need to walk around telling everybody how confident you are. You will fucking know it. And if you want your body to become the first scoreboard, where you build that evidence, don't guess the plan. I built a free tool called the BP Elite Physique Code. So all you have to do is put your age, your height, weight, activity level, your goal, your target weight, and upload a clear photo of yourself. The tool gives you the starting numbers for your body. You're gonna get your calories, your protein, your macros, your target, and you estimate that timeline, how long it's gonna take for you to achieve the result. Now there is no vague promise to eat better or try harder. You have a concrete standard to execute. Run your free physique code using the link below. Get your numbers right. Build the evidence. Because confidence is not something somebody gives you. It's what happens when you have enough proof that when you say you're gonna do something, you fucking do it. I'll see you in the next video.